So before we start the new topic, I would like to congratulate everyone on a good mission completed. We have just finished the food pyramid, and we even looked at the special chapter nuts, so we could learn more about these nutrition-packed snacks. I hope you had a good time with making your trail mix. What we will do now is we will go to the next topic. We will start our next mission. So, are you ready? Okay, if you are, good. So, we're going to move to a new unit. Now, here's a picture to give you an idea. So, this picture might be quite familiar to you, or maybe not. I'm not sure. So, this is in Chim Sa Choi near the pier, and this is what is this? This is a museum. Okay, so this is a museum, and it has a name. You can see the round shape. Okay, so this is a space museum. All right, this is the Hong Kong Space Museum, and today's topic will be about museums in general. Okay, so we have a lot of museums in Hong Kong, so we'll be looking at some of them in the video that I will show you, and then afterwards we will be looking at some of the facilities, some of the things that are inside a museum that we need to learn. So let's find out why museums exist. So museums are here to inspire us, to educate us, and to preserve what the previous generation has left. Okay, so it gives us ideas, it teaches us about what we should know. Okay, so in this case, the Space Museum teaches us about space and the planets and all the work that has been done to find more about space. So all of it is in there, and we can appreciate it, and we can feel good that we are learning something each time we go to a museum. So there are museums for different reasons, which we will look at later. So don't worry, grab yourself a good, nice drink, maybe a cola, something healthy, I hope, not just cola. Let's try water, and let's start the class. Okay, so um, have you been to a museum before? Now, this question, your answer should be yes, because I'm pretty sure you've been to a museum before. I remember going to a museum when I was a kid, also just about your age. So the school trips, all of those. Okay, maybe just in your free time as well, you went to a museum before. Um, so maybe your answer is yes, maybe your answer is no, or maybe it's maybe. Okay, so anyway, we will look at the video that would show us different museums in Hong Kong so you can get an idea. Okay, so the video is titled Hong Kong Museums, and once I show you the QR code, just press pause on my video, and then you can press play later. Okay, so once I show you the QR code, you can scan the QR code, and then you can pause my video, watch the video first. It's about 5 minutes. And then you can come back to my video, and then we can play some games and learn some different words. Okay, so I will show you the QR code now. Here's the QR code. Scan it to learn about the different museums. Watch the video, and then come back to mine. Okay? All right, go. Okay, so I hope you finished your video already and came back to mine. All right, so this video shows you quite a few of the Hong Kong museums, right? So, but not all of them, because this video is only 5 minutes long, so it cannot possibly show you all the museums. So it's just trying to show you some of the more popular ones that you can look at or you already know about. So Let's learn the names of different facilities in museums now. Okay, so I'll show you pictures and we will learn the word together. And after that, we will play a game where I will show you a word and you need to choose the picture. Okay? So first, we will just learn first. Don't worry. We'll do this step by step. And so let's start with picture one, an entrance. So an entrance is the way to go inside of a place. So here you can see this is a door, you go in, that's an entrance of a place. Now every place can have an entrance. Even your home would have an entrance, right? You go in through the door. So typically maybe welcome, maybe it says entrance, okay? So that's the entrance of a museum, for example. Okay? And you go in. All right. Now, picture two. Now, if you have an entrance, then you must have an exit. So the exit is the way out. Okay? The exit is the way out. So when you say bye-bye, you have to go out. So you just boom, you're outside. Okay? That's the exit. Now, for your home, I would be imagining that probably the same entrance and exit. But for a museum, you can see it's so big that sometimes we need many exits and sometimes many entrances. So, but typically you have one entrance and one exit. So it's easier to find out where you want to go. So this is the exit where you go out. Okay. Picture three, an escalator. Now, this one you can't find in your home because it's an escalator designed to go up or down a few levels, okay, or maybe one level. So this is what an escalator looks like. You might have seen it in shopping malls, in MTR stations, okay. So these are escalators. You can. This is probably a new word, so you should read it with me. Escalator, okay, an escalator. All right, so that's an escalator. Sometimes you would even get them uh, not going up or down, but just straight. So those are also escalators. All right, let's move to the next picture. So this picture, picture four, is an elevator. Okay, so the elevator is basically a box you go up or down in with other people. Okay, so there's another name for the elevator also. It's called a lift. Okay, so here is a picture. Now, you probably have this in your building also. Sometimes you will see this in museums as well, where museums are so big that you have escalators and elevators, in this case, elevators, to bring you up or down. Okay, so the elevators are designed to bring you up or down. Now, you can press the button and then okay, so if you press the button, you probably hear the sound. You can go in from either one of these places. And that's called an elevator. Okay, that's the elevator sound. Okay, so let's learn the different names again. So this is a different one now. Let's look at it here. Picture five, you can see these are three frames. Now this is called a display. So a display in a museum shows you different things. Um, it's designed to catch your attention. Sometimes there would be a painting inside. Sometimes there will be, uh, other things like a screen. You know, so there are many types of displays. But normally, you would see different artwork. As you see here, there's a banana, some kind of painting, uh, a drawing of the minions, for example. So all these can be called display. But also, a display can be something not framed. It can be something just outside. So here you have, I believe these are dinosaur fossils. So this is also a display because it is kind of put there to show other people um, what it is. So here it is, a display. And now picture six. Okay, an exhibition hall. So an exhibition hall is basically where the displays are at. Okay, so the area, not the displays themselves, but the area. So where you walk around, and that's an exhibition hall. Some exhibition halls would even have seats because they're so big. But here's a small one, just like a gallery for you to see. Okay. All right. Now this one, you can see. Let's look at the picture a little bit. We see some numbers. We see some different show schedules. So this is for a theater, but it's showing some information. How much is the ticket, for example, right? So this picture is basically showing you an information board. So it's a board with some information on it. It's that simple. It's like a blackboard, but blackboard you can erase. Normally information boards, they're printed out. So an information board is basically a board with some information on it that you can read. All right, so that's different from a display. A display is something to show the art or a space, or depends on the museum. But information board is just information. You can see here, there are no bananas. There's just information, okay? So as you can see here, the ticket prices, that's an information board. Okay, so picture 8. A theater. So the information board we just saw was to show ticket pricing and schedule for the theater. Now, a theater looks like this. You go inside, you sit down, you watch something. Now, it's different from a cinema because a cinema shows movies, right? A theater can show drama, okay? It can also show movies, but normally in a museum, you won't see movies. You would see a drama performance, or you would see other kinds of little clips to teach you more about the museum you're in. Maybe the history of the museum or some kind of culture event. Okay, so let's go to the picture 9 now. Here we go. So this is a souvenir shop. A souvenir is something you buy on a trip to remind you of that place, or if you just want to give something nice to your family or your friends from that spot. So sometimes if you go out traveling, you can buy souvenir there as well. Okay, you can buy lots of souvenirs. But in a museum, you would also have a souvenir shop. So another word for this, another phrase for this is a gift shop. So you buy a gift to remind yourself of this trip, right? So here we go. Next, picture 10. This one is a ticket counter. Okay, a ticket counter. You can probably guess where this is going, right? So you buy a ticket here. You go to the counter and you buy a ticket. So it's just a place to buy tickets, okay? So you've probably seen these outside of cinemas or outside of museums, but sometimes you can also buy them online. So you can buy a ticket online these days, which sometimes it's even cheaper. So basically this is also like an information desk where you can ask questions, but normally there's a separate place for that. So ticket counter, usually only tickets. Okay, let's keep going. So time for a game. We just learned all those different phrases and words of the places and the facilities. Let's try to guess now. Okay, so I will show you a word that we just learned, and you'll need to pick the correct picture. I will show you 2 pictures. You just have to pick the correct one. Okay, A or B. All right, so are you ready? All right, I hope you are. Let's get going. So, round 1. Which picture shows an elevator or lift? Okay, which picture shows an elevator or a lift? All right, A or B? Which one is an elevator or lift? A or B? I will give you 10 seconds. Okay, so the answer should be A. Right, so you can see the elevators on the left side, the A side. Excuse me. And you can see the escalators on the B side. All right, so here we go to the next round, round 2. Which picture shows a theater? Okay, which picture shows a theater? A, B. Which picture shows a theater? Okay, again, I will give you 10 seconds. Look at the different things being shown in the picture. A theater. All right, so the answer is B because we have chairs and you can sit there and you can watch something, right? A is a library or at least a bookshelf where you can see so many books. Okay, round 3. Which picture shows a souvenir shop? Okay, A or B? Okay, so 10 seconds. All right, so the answer is B. Okay, so A is just a house with an open door. B, you can see the word souvenir right over there. So souvenir shop, definitely B. Let's carry on to round 4. Okay, which picture shows an entrance? Which picture shows an entrance? So do you remember what an entrance is? A or B? Okay, this one is a little bit tricky if you don't know what the word in B means. Okay, so 10 seconds. All right, so the answer is A because that's the way in, right? Entrance is the way in. The picture in B is showing an exit. That's the way out when you go out, okay? So entrance is the way in, exit is the way out. All right. Round 5. Which picture shows an exhibition hall? A or B? Right, which one is showing you an exhibition hall? Okay. Did you choose your answer yet? All right. So the answer is A. All right. So this is an exhibition hall or a gallery that is showing you different displays, different works, arts, and while B is a display, B is only a display of an airplane, basically. So it's a little plane that is a display. It's not a hall. A hall is a place, right? This is only a display. All right. So time for the final round. Are you ready? All right. So which picture shows an information board? All right. Which picture shows an information board? I've talked about this one, so you should remember A is this and B is this one. So which one is an information board? 10 seconds. All right, so the answer is B. All right, B is the information board. A is the tickets counter. All right, so that's where you buy tickets, but B is where you look for information. Okay, So excellent work, guys. We have just finished the game, and now we will have a bonus activity. So the bonus activity for this lesson is that you answer these two questions. So which museum have you visited before? Now you just have to tell me what's the name of the museum that you visited before. It can be in Hong Kong, it can be outside, it can be overseas. Any museum that you have visited before. And the second question is, which museum do you plan on visiting? Okay, so which museum did you like that you want to go, you know? So, for example, let me show you an example so you know what to do. All right, so this is my example. I have visited the Space Museum. It was a lot of fun to see all the displays on the different planets. Okay, that's my answer for the first question. And then the second question, where do I want to go next, is I plan on visiting the Science Museum next. Okay, so for the first one, if you can give me a reason or why do you remember it, that's great. So like my reason is it was a lot of fun to see all the displays on the different planets, right? And then if you can give me that, that's very good. If you can't, you just tell me which museum you have visited before and which one you want to go visit next time. Okay? So you can send these two sentences, your own sentences, to your teacher, and your teachers can send it to me. Okay? So these are some of the museums that um, some of the videos, some of the museums that the video covered, and some of them were not covered. So basically, it's up to you to find out. You can find out more information on the museums yourself, or you can choose what the video showed us, and then you can pick a museum that you want to go next. Okay? So that's the bonus activity. I hope you had a fun time. These are my references. I used a lot of photos in this class. And thank you so much for watching. Please take care, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.